I've already started. I'm not sure if I like my hair like this.
It looks really nice.
Oh, why? First of all, your face looks like you are going to agree with me. That's what I was like, do you want to check your face, babe?
No,
Why'd you look like you want to say yeah?
It keeps growing.
Okay, we're gonna talk about hair. We're gonna talk about hair for a second because I've been doing things. I know.
Oh my God.
Hi everyone. Hello, you guys. I'm actually like, sorry, I was trying to get my notes because this is how important it was to me. I had started to put together notes because I wanted to know what I wanted to talk about. Because I have not been on here for a minute. And let me retrieve my notes so that I'm not all over the place. But just in case it wasn't obvious, I was with Mondi, who is my bestie. We were just catching up. She gave me some great news. And I'm just feeling yummy and good vibes inside. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. So what did I want? I'm just realizing my notes weren't complete. So I don't know where I was gonna go with this. But I did start. And where I wanted to start off with was, hi, how are you? I mean, how are you really? I'm one of those people who, if you ask me how I am, I'm going to pause. Unless it's in passing, then I'm not going to like pause and do all of this. But if you ask me how I am, I'm gonna pause and actually think through what I want to share. Like, am I actually good? Am I unhappy? Could have been better? I'll usually give an honest answer. So whatever you can do that feels safe for you on the internet, I want to know how you are. The second thing I want to say, Han, you and your Swahili, you're spoiling my vlog. I'm kidding. I'm not even sure you can. I'm not sure they can hear you. Mundia and I were trying to see who has better Kiswahili. Han, can you come just speak a little bit with me? Okay. Okay. She fixed me a iced vanilla latte. Can you imagine? She comes over to my house and she's like, I'm gonna make you. But I love Monday so much. This vlog might represent the first 2.5 minutes of this video. Might just show you where my mind has been at the past couple of months and why it's been a little bit tough to sit and talk to you guys. But the first thing I wanted to say was, well, besides asking how you are, the second thing was to say thank you for those who kind of reached out to just be like, what's happening? You've been awfully quiet. What's going on? Can you just say something? Thank you for reaching out. Have I been okay? You know, I don't know if I've been okay. I've kind of, just the first couple of months of the year kind of caught me off guard. I kind of went off my rhythm, which was working so well for me in the last quarter of 2022. To be honest, the last quarter of 2022 is the strongest and the best I've felt in my career and in my life in general, just despite still having, like, you know, things, just ups and downs that come with life. It was the best I'd felt about my mind and my headspace, my energy, my spirit in the last 3-4 years. And then I just kind of abandoned a lot of those things because I was like, nah, it's the holidays, who needs them? And then trying to get back on track was a bit tough. But not just that, this year I'm kind of pushing myself in a few different ways. And one of those ways was particularly daunting for me. So instead of pushing forward and just like getting things done, I was like in my head and everything was everywhere. Even to put this video together, I had to ask 2 people to hold me accountable and just be like, can you just make sure that I do have this video up on time? That being said, out of all the platforms I've ever been on, which aren't that many, it's really just like blog, Twitter, Instagram, blog and Twitter, not really there, Instagram and YouTube. But this is the place that has felt the most like home for me, YouTube. And I think that's also because, unlike the other spaces, Twitter just like, half the time I feel like it's warfare and I'm just trying to dodge grenades and I don't know how to handle Twitter. And blogging actually felt like home a bit too, I would say that. But Instagram is very curated, which is beautiful and I love it and I enjoy that as a creative outlet. But this place, I'm unhinged. Like, I'm coming as I am, you know, with like interruptions and life and thoughts, and sometimes the thoughts are really just as they're coming to me. And I had missed this. I had missed having a place where I can really talk and connect, and I'm glad to be back on here, even though it took me a second. I don't think this is a place I'm going to let go anytime soon. I do, however, have to say that as I'm trying to balance all the other things that are on my docket for 2023, some of which are really exciting, I might drop the ball in terms of videos. So for instance, off the bat, I don't think I'm gonna do 2 videos a week. I don't think I'm going to do. Maybe some weeks might be that way, but I want to give myself grace and permission to step back from this just so that I can give more of myself to the other projects in the works. I feel positive about March. March is my birthday month, and it also is the last leg of Q1, and I just want to show up as best as I can for that. I want to show up not just in work and content creation and all of this, but I want to show up also in terms of health, and I want to talk about that actually. I want, like, because that's been a big part of it. I've realized that when I'm stressed or anxious, the thing I kind of go back to is food, but in a very destructive and unhealthy way. And I'd say the same for also like picking at my nails and my toes. And do you know, I feel like I don't have a little toenail. Destroyed. Please, dear Lord, let the internet never zoom in on my toes. But I also don't care. Like in the bigger scheme of things, like I really could not care less. I just feel like I have bigger fish I'm trying to fry in my life. But I picked, like literally, I think the other day, my toe. I was like, well, that's the toenail, isn't it? What do you think? Do you think it's gone? What do you think?
Oh my god.
And it's like changed color, and it's like barely like it's good. In fact, I was like, well, my toes.
Swollen.
Oh god. Okay.
Sorry, but I think you should get that.
Excuse me. It's not that bad. But the other day I was like, was the little toe also that same color as the others? I forgot. But anyway, I do that to the point where like I just destroy, like I pick and it's bleeding and all. Just, it's not nice. It's painful. It's uncomfortable. But food was the other way that I was being destructive. When it came to stress and how I responded to stress, and the habit I had not just picked up, but it seemed like I was refining as time went on, was stress eating. And it got to a point at the start of this year where it was out of hand towards the end of January. And I reached out to Coach Roseanne. I am taking her 6-week program, not just 6 weeks. I mean, I'm taking her 6-week program, but we've talked about it. I'm taking like a year-long like I'm in it for the year, because what I've realized is that it's all mindset, and like what I'm trying to reprogram, it's not just a waistline and I'm trying to get into shape and all of that. And sure, part of it is vanity. I want to look a certain way, but the bigger part of it, the thing that scared me, was I just felt like I did not have control of my mind. And I felt like it felt like, is this how an addict feels? Like, you know you should stop, but you're not stopping, and you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. And I couldn't, like with the picking, I needed help in this regard. And so I'm doing the program. I'm trying my best. I take each day as it comes. I'm loving my body as it is, and I'm really trying to practice love. I have a picture. I still have that picture of 3, 4, 5-year-old Sharon, and I will occasionally look at it and remind myself, like, this is who lives in here. So even as I'm trying to fix things and be better and do better, like, it's okay, we're doing well. I had a session with with Ambreen, who's my life coach, last week, and she was like, just imagine, like, if little Sharon came up to you and sat on your lap, what would you say? Oh, what did I say? Nothing. I cried for like 5 minutes straight. Just being like, God, the visuals of like me holding myself. Oh, I don't know. And so food, nutrition, health, that's a big part of what my focus is this year, but also wellness all around. Like, I'm really trying to focus on healthy hair, healthy nails, healthy skin, healthy gut, healthy mind, healthy friendships, healthy everything in my life that needs a little bit of tweaking when it comes to my wellness and how it affects my spiritual self. Like, I want to get that right. And so back on track with Ambreen, who's my life coach. I'm going to link her down below. Started again with Roseanne, who I'm probably going to do this with multiple times this year. I will also link her program down below, which I know ends cutoff date to join so that you can start on March 6th is Thursday the 2nd. So if you want to join, if you're looking to change mindset and food and nutrition and all of that. What other update? I have been reading. I wanted to talk about that. I've been reading and I've been enjoying reading. Oh my God. I read, I think, what must be the best book I'm going to read in 2023. I think I've already read it. And so who knows where things are going from here. Oh no, it's still there. And it is A Little Life. Also, it may not be for everyone. I also don't know if I would recommend that book, but if you can go through it, it has been a wild ride. It also connected me to someone I now find myself like deeply connected to. Connected me with someone I'm now deeply connected, my words. But it brought me closer to someone who, because we were co-reading this book, and she was the perfect person to kind of go into this journey with, because the book has a lot of triggers, but it was lovely. What else? I didn't really have a lot of updates on what's been happening, but I will say this. I will say that I am grateful for this platform, and I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you are back here and that we get to see what 2023 brings. I hope that you will offer me grace as I try and find balance in work and pleasure and life and all the things that we're constantly trying to juggle. But this feels, I even as I'm doing this now, I'd forgotten how much I missed this. And so I want to thank you for giving me space to do that. And I need to blow my nose, so I'm going to pause now. Also wanted to talk about hair a little bit, just really briefly. I realized that towards the end of 2022, I was too busy. I was like, doing all these things, that I wasn't loving on my hair as much as I should. So a lot of the styles I did, which was like a weave with this part kind of as a leave out, like this part, lots of braiding, heat whenever I wanted to, because, you know, I want to look cute. All of that really damaged my hair. And in the last 2 months, the one thing that I have been doing is really taking care of my hair. I'm not doing any like strenuous like tying, braiding, none of that. I did go for a protein treatment today with Patrick. Y'all know how I love me some Patrick. And I even talked to him about, like, I need him to also hold me accountable if he's like, your hair is not, this isn't it. It could be better. You've dropped the ball. Stop. And we were talking about some of the routines that I need to put in place, some of which I've already started, like having like a oil treatment the night before. Do you do that, hun? The night before washing? You don't take care of your hair.
It's like, what's great.
Monty and I are going to have a proper chat after this. But I really just want to love on my hair. And then another thing that I've also been doing, little bits here and there, is trying to organize my home. I did a big purge at the start of 2023, and oh God, I love getting rid of things, hun.
Me too. Me too. I literally find so much joy in it.
Yeah. Like, bye, don't need you, goodbye. So I did a lot of that with my closet. I did a bit in the kitchen. I did with my beauty stuff, but I could even be better. And I'm trying to continue. I have plans to redo certain aspects of my home as well, and I think I've identified which part I'm starting with. I'm gonna film that, so I won't talk about it until things are moving. And I don't know what else to say besides that. I think that's it in a nutshell. Thank you so much. I just wanted to come on here and just have this and kind of just have this moment. Maybe I can end with me and Mundi having a Swahili competition.
100% no. I'm not doing
Can you
that.
come into
Sorry,
the screen
I'm not.
first of all?
But promise we're not going to do that.
Can we at least speak
No,
Kiswahili
fine.
for a second?
Fine.
I'll give you
Like,
a cracker
you're
if you say
literally
it.
feeding the animal. No thanks. I'm not here for that. Please, let's start on a positive note. It's not, honestly, I can't even see the headlines. Just no.
Okay, we're not going to,
Yeah.
but just know
One day,
I wouldn't have
can
won.
give you one day, but
Although maybe I would have won.
I told you the pressure I can't. It's too much.
Oh, but thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. And I do mean I'll see you very soon. And I will link Roseanne's program down below. I'll link Ambreen, who's an amazing life coach, down below, and Patrick for hair. I'll link Patrick down below. I'll link these crackers down below. Now that they're here, but they're so good. You love them too. And the ones I particularly love are the basil pesto crackers. Oh, so good. And in a salad, so good. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and bye-bye.